leadership. This project is more than steel and concrete. It's a manifesto. Burkina Faso refuses to be rented.
Imagine waking up tomorrow in a city you've always known, its streets familiar, its skyline predictable, only to find that overnight, a towering new heart has risen at its core. A 35-story beacon standing tall, boldly declaring to the world, "We belong here, we can build, we can lead." This isn't science fiction, it's happening right now in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. On June 4th, 2025, history was made, the groundbreaking of the Burkindi Business Center, a $500 million smart city business hub that proves Africa is ready to lead. Stay tuned as we explore how Burkina Faso is reshaping the future and leading the charge for the continent. The dawn of a new African era. Picture the scene. The sun casting golden rays over a sprawling 4.6-hectare zone in Ouagadougou, where an awe-inspiring landscape of 15 sleek modern high-rises stretches skyward.
Ishimama Kwankwanku TV sunie ene sabre zama santutu jaya dubushi na ya kwa Captain Ibrahim Traore Burkina Faso mampanyini nhyehyɛ pa wode egu akwanso sabre de adutwam de wahya ase a wosan beye biem no abonkrofo bebre na adwen ahwete a wodwere ho a wonte ase si enna chese krati na adwemu nimdie wom de sa aboma be bi hwe egu na ne mayi mu ntotoye pa a wode egugu akwanso no edutwam amanfo te a na wo makoma omo ye against na omo yam de wo pram omo ye fonso so na omo ni agese we de nka bi ko Africa kuro bi ahwa nkeye abusua eyede nhyehyɛ ya tami kutuwe na yenkonkwo bo ani akɔhoma na hu de tuemu ba mo na se wutie na wuhwe ba subscribe wa share wa like na wa comment ha Kwankwanku TV so
declaring to the world, "We belong here, we can build, we can lead." This isn't science fiction, it's happening right now in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. On June 4th, 2025, history was made, the groundbreaking of the Burkindi Business Center, a $500 million smart city business hub that proves Africa is ready to lead. Stay tuned as we explore how Burkina Faso is reshaping the future and leading the charge for the continent. The dawn of a new African era. Picture the scene. The sun casting golden rays over a sprawling 4.6-hectare zone in Ouagadougou, where an awe-inspiring landscape of 15 sleek modern high-rises stretches skyward, each reaching 15 stories, symbolizing an audacious leap into urban modernization. This groundbreaking project, dubbed Burkindi, is far more than a commercial development. It's a powerful manifesto of national pride and sovereignty. It signals that Burkina Faso refuses to be a mere spectator in global economic and technological progress. Instead, it is positioning itself as a key player, a city within a city, designed to foster innovation, stimulate economic growth, and enhance community well-being.
A foundational stone was laid for the Burkindi Business Center, a 4.6-hectare urban revolution fueled by ambition, pride, and unapologetic African ownership. Under President Captain Ibrahim Traore's courageous leadership, this project is more than steel and concrete. It's a manifesto. Burkina Faso refuses to be rented.
What makes Burkindi truly revolutionary isn't just its impressive scale, but its underlying spirit. It embodies the unwavering resolve of a nation determined to define its own destiny. This project is rooted in principles of sustainability, technological innovation, and social upliftment. It's a bold statement of confidence, a declaration that Africa's time is now. The narrative is shifting from dependency and underdevelopment to sovereignty, from external aid to homegrown leadership. Burkina Faso is rewriting its story, and Burkindi stands as a shining chapter, a city of dreams and possibilities.
Captain Traore asserted sovereignty. He declared that Burkina Faso will design, fund, build, and operate world-class infrastructure for its citizens, by its citizens. This isn't aspirational rhetoric. It's built on a staggering investment of 320 billion CFA francs. That figure is more than money. It's a vote of confidence in resilience, governance, and national pride.
Envision walking through Burkindi, modern, eco-friendly apartments where families can thrive, bustling office spaces teeming with innovation and entrepreneurship, vibrant communal areas alive with energy, ideas, and collaboration. The development is designed to be a comprehensive ecosystem that includes over 700 high-quality, environmentally friendly apartments offering comfortable living spaces for a diverse population. 2,000 modular office units tailored to foster startups, attract international businesses, and provide a nurturing environment for entrepreneurs. A lively 3-story shopping mall filled with shops, restaurants, and entertainment options, creating a hub of social activity. State-of-the-art convention halls, hotels, government ministries, and financial institutions that will serve as the nucleus of economic and political activity. Innovation labs and tech incubators dedicated to nurturing the next generation of African startups and technological breakthroughs. This isn't merely urban planning, it's urban renewal on a grand scale. A dynamic, resilient ecosystem built on hope, dignity, and forward thinking. It signals a shift. Burkina Faso is not waiting for development, but actively creating it. It's a powerful message to Africa and the world. Africa can lead, innovate, and transform its future through bold strategic investments.
Hey there, beautiful people. Sarkodie here with amazing news about the revolutionary Pepsodent
Future through bold strategic investments. Leadership rooted in vision and courage. At the heart of this transformation is President Captain Ibrahim Traore, whose visionary leadership has become a beacon for the continent. His pragmatic, courageous approach is transforming Burkina Faso into a model of sovereignty and infrastructural resilience. His declaration echoes loudly: Burkina Faso will no longer rent or lease its pride. Instead, the nation will design, fund, build, and operate its own infrastructure by its people, for its people. This ambitious vision is backed by a groundbreaking investment of over 320 billion CFA francs, an amount that transcends mere monetary value. It's a vote of confidence in the resilience, governance, and unyielding pride of Burkina Faso. It signals a fundamental shift. Africa's future is in its own hands, and its potential is limitless. The power of partnerships and patriotism. The realization of Burkindi is a testament to effective collaboration, strategic planning, and collective patriotism. Since 2016, a consortium of visionary organizations, Castor Group, Sonar, BNGPB, and the Ministry of Urban Planning have pooled their expertise and resources. Led by Minister Mika Sisi, affectionately known as City Bay by locals, this coalition has transformed a shared vision into a tangible reality. The process has been marked by meticulous planning, securing land titles, and building trust among stakeholders. President Traore emphasizes that the true stakeholders are the citizens. If we build together, we grow together. His inclusive approach ensures that the development benefits all segments of society, from local workers and vendors to entrepreneurs and future generations. During construction, thousands of jobs are created, injecting vitality into the local economy and fostering a deep sense of ownership among the populace. Sustainable development as a core pillar.
There will be an international conference center with state-of-the-art technology, proof that Burkina Faso can and will host global business, diplomacy, and development summits. Moreover, the master plan includes eco-responsible features, solar panel installations, energy-efficient lighting, underground waste management systems, and rainwater harvesting mechanisms. The project isn't just modern, it's sustainable. Burkina Faso is signaling that development and environmental stewardship can go hand in hand.
Burkindi isn't just a modern marvel, it's a blueprint for sustainable urban development. The project incorporates cutting-edge green features designed to minimize environmental impact and promote eco-conscious growth. These include solar power systems harnessing the abundant sunshine of Burkina Faso, energy-efficient lighting, ventilation, and water management systems, underground waste management solutions to reduce pollution and improve sanitation, rainwater harvesting mechanisms to ensure water sustainability. These features demonstrate Burkina Faso's commitment to a greener future. The project's targeted completion date is 2029, with some towers rising within just 24 months, a testament to the country's determined leadership and unwavering resolve to accelerate progress. The dawn of a new era in Burkina Faso and beyond. What does this mean for Burkina Faso and the broader African continent? The ambitious Burkindi project signifies more than just urban development. It embodies a vision for socio-economic transformation, regional empowerment, and a renewed sense of pride across Africa. As the steel rises and foundations are laid, this initiative has the potential to reshape not only the physical landscape of Ouagadougou, but also the very fabric of national identity and continental progress. 1. Financial efficiency and national pride. One of the most immediate and tangible benefits of the Burkindi project is the significant reallocation of resources. Billions of CFA francs, funds that previously drained budgets through inefficient rent payments and fragmented administrative structures, are now being redirected into sectors that directly impact citizens' lives. Instead of dispersing resources across multiple, often redundant office spaces, the government is consolidating operations into centralized modern facilities. This streamlining fosters better governance, enabling ministries and public services to operate under one roof, which enhances efficiency, reduces corruption, and promotes transparency. Furthermore, the project cultivates a sense of national pride. Building such a landmark demonstrates that Burkina Faso is capable of ambitious self-initiatives, showcasing local ingenuity and resourcefulness. It signals to the world that African nations can take charge of their destiny, investing in infrastructure that reflects their aspirations and cultural identity. The collective effort to create a unified modern capital symbolizes resilience and a forward-looking mindset rooted in African pride. 2. Improved quality of life for citizens. The physical transformation of Ouagadougou will have profound social implications. Modern homes equipped with sustainable utilities, vibrant public spaces, and cultural hubs will elevate urban living standards. Families will find safer neighborhoods with improved security and access to essential services. Communal parks and recreational areas will foster social cohesion, providing safe spaces where children can play and communities can gather. Beyond aesthetics, these developments will enhance well-being. Access to reliable healthcare facilities and educational institutions within close proximity will ensure that citizens can pursue opportunities without undue. Cultural hubs will serve as centers of artistic expression, celebrating Burkina Faso's rich heritage and fostering a sense of identity and belonging. 3. Economic diversification and sustainable growth.
Now let's shift focus from energy and water to land. Because if you've ever traveled across Burkina Faso, you've seen the environmental challenges firsthand. This is a country on the front line of desertification, and the battle to reclaim its land is nothing short of heroic. Enter the Burkina Faso Land Restoration and Resilience Project. With a budget of over $100 million, this effort is reshaping the country's environmental destiny. Supported by the World Bank and the Great Green Wall Initiative, the goal is to restore more than 300,000 hectares of degraded land by the year 2030. But how exactly is that happening?
The Burkindi project is strategically designed to diversify Burkina Faso's economy. By attracting entrepreneurs, startups, and investors, the development creates a vibrant ecosystem that reduces reliance on traditional sectors such as agriculture and mining. The modern infrastructure and green spaces will make Ouagadougou an attractive destination for tourism, conference tourism, and business conventions, injecting fresh revenue streams into the local economy. Additionally, the project's focus on sustainable urban development emphasizes green technology and eco-friendly practices. Solar-powered street lighting, waste management systems, and green building standards will position Burkina Faso as a leader in environmentally conscious urban planning. This approach not only safeguards the environment, but also attracts international partnerships and funding dedicated to green development. Fourth, strategic positioning on the regional and global stage. Ouagadougou's transformation positions Burkina Faso as a regional hub for commerce, diplomacy, and innovation. As the city's skyline evolves, so does its capacity to host international summits, diplomatic meetings, and regional trade fairs. The project enhances the city's infrastructure, roads, airports, and communication networks, making it more accessible and connected. 5. Reversing brain drain and fostering local talent. One of the most pressing challenges faced by many African nations is the migration of young professionals seeking better opportunities abroad. The Burkindi project aims to reverse this trend by creating attractive workspaces, offering competitive salaries, and providing modern amenities that meet international standards. When young professionals see a future in their country, an environment conducive to innovation, growth, and community, they are more likely to stay or return after studying or working abroad. This influx of talent fuels innovation, entrepreneurship, and knowledge transfer, laying the foundation for a resilient, knowledge-based economy. As the city becomes a hub for startups and technological advancement, it will also inspire a new generation to dream bigger and aim higher. A blueprint for Africa's future. Burkindi is more than a physical space. It's a symbol of possibility and hope. It echoes the iconic landmarks like Dubai's Burj Khalifa or Paris's Eiffel Tower, structures that define and inspire nations. These landmarks are not only feats of engineering, but also representations of ambition, resilience, and national identity. Similarly, Burkindi aims to become a beacon for Burkina Faso and Africa at large, a place where innovation, culture, and economic vitality intersect. The bold move by Burkina Faso sends ripples across neighboring countries such as Mali, Niger, and Lomé. Observers and policymakers across West Africa are watching closely. If Burkina Faso, with its limited resources but unlimited resolve, can lead such a transformative project, it provides a compelling blueprint for others. Celebrating leadership and the African Renaissance. The Burkindi project aligns with a broader movement, the African Renaissance, an awakening of the continent's vast potential. It's a message that Africa is no longer waiting for external validation, but asserting its rightful place on the global stage. This renaissance is driven by the collective efforts of visionary leaders, resilient communities, and a renewed sense of purpose. Leading this charge is President Captain Ibrahim Traore, whose leadership exemplifies courage, pragmatism, and patriotism. His declaration of sovereignty and focus on building infrastructure by Africans for Africans set a powerful precedent. His vision inspires future generations to pursue development with integrity, innovation, and unwavering national pride. An invitation to the world. As the steel rises and the skyline takes shape, it's an invitation, not just for Burkina Faso, but for the entire continent. Observe Ouagadougou's transformation with pride and learn from its leadership, resilience, and unwavering belief in self-reliance. The Burkindi project is a testament to Africa's capacity to dream big and build boldly. It invites international partners, investors, and tourists to witness Africa's renaissance firsthand. It's an open call to collaborate, innovate, and celebrate Africa's cultural richness and economic potential. A new dawn for Africa. Long live Burkina Faso. Long live the African sovereignty. Long live visionary leadership. The Burkindi project is more than urban development. It's a beacon of hope, resilience, and progress. It symbolizes that Africa's rise is unstoppable, unbreakable, and inevitable. As we watch this monumental transformation unfold, let it serve as an inspiration for all. Africa is on the rise, driven by its people, powered by its resources, and destined for greatness. The continent's renaissance is no longer a distant dream. It's happening right now.
That have changed Burkina Faso forever. Let's get started. Red gold. It started with a tomato, or rather, a sea of them, rotting in roadside baskets, unsold, unused, and imported back as paste at 3 times the price. For decades, Burkina Faso's farmers watched their harvest devalue when they left the field. That's the trap Traore's government is now dismantling, one factory at a time. Enter the $8 million tomato processing plant, a precision-built facility designed not just to process crops, but to flip the food chain upside down. Located in an agro-rich zone with high tomato yield, the plant is more than an industrial site. It's a food sovereignty weapon. Capable of producing tons of tomato paste daily, it cuts the nation's reliance on imported food products, particularly from Europe and China, which once dominated Burkina Faso's consumer shelves. For every ton processed locally, thousands of francs stay in the economy. For every crate not wasted, a family gains security. The impact ripples far beyond the factory walls. Over 150 direct jobs have already been created, from machine operators to lab technicians. But that's just the beginning. Transporters, crate suppliers, local packaging producers, and small-scale farmers across the supply chain now feed into a structured, formal market, one that pays fair, buys local, and reinvests nationally. But what makes this project revolutionary isn't just the economics. It's the principle behind it. Produce what you eat what you grow. Traore's administration didn't build the plant with foreign aid conditions. It was financed and executed with state-backed investment, backed by BRICS-aligned partners, and modeled on a long-term goal: to make Burkina Faso the agro-industrial heart of the Sahel. Local agricultural training centers are being aligned with the factory's needs, teaching farmers when to plant, how to maximize yield, and what varieties to grow. Youth are being trained not just to farm, but to engineer food systems, ensuring that this isn't a one-off plant, but the first node in a nationwide network of value-added agro-industries. In a world obsessed with importing solutions, Burkina Faso just turned a simple fruit into a national strategy. But if tomatoes can become gold, what happens when the roads that carry them cross borders and drive regional empires? Here comes the $120 million corridor. Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on black culture. And Burkina Faso is building them, not just for convenience, but for control. The $120 million Bobo Dioulasso Ivory Coast motorway is more than a highway. It's a high-stakes corridor of sovereignty. Stretching from Burkina Faso's second-largest city to the Ivorian border, this major infrastructure project connects local producers to ports, traders to buyers, and a once landlocked economy to the Atlantic. For farmers delivering processed goods like tomato paste, it means quicker transport, fewer middlemen, and access to international demand. But the road carries more than products. It carries strategy. Designed for regional integration, the highway is a direct challenge to the historical choke points that kept Burkina Faso dependent on others for trade access. It cuts transport costs, trims delivery times, and unlocks the potential of southern trade routes long neglected in favor of northern corridors tied to French influence. Unlike past megaprojects, this one is grounded in domestic priorities, built with local labor, backed by regional partners, and tied directly to Burkina Faso's industrial and agricultural expansion plans. It's not a vanity project. It's a vein in the body of national recovery. Communities along the route are seeing rapid development. Rest stops, markets, housing clusters, and logistics hubs are emerging. Jobs are created. Goods are moving. And for the first time in decades, Burkina Faso is dictating the flow, not following it. A country once described by its isolation is now building its way out of it, mile by mile, village by village. But how do you power all this movement, all these factories, clinics, and homes without relying on foreign oil or failing grids? For that, we have Yelin. The Yelin Solar Power Program is Burkina Faso's boldest energy project to date. Backed by the World Bank and the Green Climate Fund, this initiative is connecting over 150 villages and more than 300,000 people to electricity for the very first time. But this isn't about just turning on lights. It's about turning on opportunities. Yelin is deploying mini-grids and standalone solar systems in schools, clinics, markets, and homes, places the national grid never reached and never cared to. For a rural health center, this means storing vaccines without fear of spoilage. For a classroom, it means lessons don't end when the sun sets. For a local business, it means refrigeration, lighting, and longer hours. More critically, this is clean, decentralized power. No diesel fumes, no imported oil bills, no sudden shutdowns. Solar panels are being installed and maintained by locally trained technicians, creating jobs while securing energy independence. Yelin is not just lighting villages, it's rewiring the economy. The more electricity spreads, the more capacity Burkina Faso has to industrialize, educate, and digitize on its terms. And with plans to expand to hundreds more communities, Yelin isn't just a project, it's a movement powered by light and built for liberation. But even with energy and roads, a nation cannot stand without healing its people. So what happens when a hospital becomes the new temple of sovereignty? It gives birth to Bobo's Hospital. Once you power a nation, you must protect the people who keep it running. And in Burkina Faso, healing is no longer a luxury reserved for the capital or the elite. Rising from the ground in the southwest is the Bobo Dioulasso Regional University Hospital, a symbol of not just health but sovereignty. Set to be one of the most advanced medical facilities in the country, this hospital is built with one purpose: to bring modern healthcare to the people who never had it. For decades, the Southwest suffered in silence. Understaffed clinics, outdated equipment, and long journeys to reach proper care. That era is ending. This isn't a patch job. It's a system reset. Designed as both a treatment center and a training institute, the hospital will serve patients while also educating the next generation of Burkinabe doctors and nurses, so the country no longer has to rely on foreign professionals or fly its sick abroad. Equipped with surgical units, specialized departments, and digital health systems powered by Yelene's clean energy, the facility will handle everything from maternal care to emergency surgeries. And it's not isolated. New ambulance routes and data links are being built to connect rural clinics directly to the hospital's central system. For the first time, modern medicine won't just visit the region, it will live in it. Traore's health vision is clear. If you want to build a strong country, start by keeping its people alive, educated, and close to home. But to truly live, people need more than care. They need water. Clean, constant, and sovereign. What happens when a nation takes control of its most essential resource? Here comes the Ziga 2. Solution: hospitals can't function without water, nor can homes, schools, or farms. And for a capital city swelling with growth and hope, every drop counts. That's why Burkina Faso is building something monumental: the Ziga 2 Dam, a project designed not just to store water, but to reclaim control over life itself. Located near Ouagadougou, this dam is being constructed to address the capital's chronic water shortages. It's not just a matter of convenience, it's about survival. During dry seasons, taps would run dry, forcing women and children to walk kilometers. Hospitals rationed water, businesses stalled, urban life cracked under pressure. Ziga 2 is designed to change that, permanently. When completed, the dam will provide a stable, clean water supply to hundreds of thousands of city residents, supporting both domestic and industrial use. It's being paired with modern filtration systems, solar-powered pumping stations, and updated distribution pipelines to ensure water not only flows, but flows clean. What sets this project apart is its resilience-first design. Climate-adapted infrastructure, local workforce employment, and governance that prioritizes public access over private profiteering. It's water for people, not for export. And it's not just about the city. Ziga 2 is part of a broader national plan to expand rural water systems, protect aquifers, and introduce rainwater harvesting in agriculture, tying clean water directly into food security and public health. With energy from the sun and water from its land, Burkina Faso is reducing dependence in every essential sector. Once water flows and roads connect, the next question is, where do people live and how? In a country where urban sprawl once meant overcrowded slums and fragile infrastructure, Burkina Faso is changing the blueprint, starting with the Faso Mayo Urban Development Project. This isn't just about building houses, it's about designing a future where cities grow with dignity, equity, and strength. At its core, Faso Mayo aims to construct 50,000 new residential units, affordable, sustainable, and tailored to Burkina Faso's climate and culture. But this isn't a real estate scheme for the wealthy. These homes are for teachers, nurses, laborers, and families, people who've long been priced out of livable cities. And it doesn't stop at housing. The project includes wide roads, public transport hubs, green spaces, and modern drainage systems. Schools, clinics, markets, and playgrounds are woven into the urban design. The goal is simple: no more separating basic services from daily life. Even more radical is the method. Faso Mayo is being built using locally sourced materials and local labor, injecting cash directly into the domestic economy. Brickmakers, electricians, carpenters, and young urban planners are being trained and hired en masse, turning construction into a national employment engine. It's not just city planning, it's national planning. And as people move into these new homes, powered by solar grids, watered by new dams, and linked to job markets through fresh roads, they're not just finding shelter. They're finding belonging in a country that finally builds with them in mind. A home means stability. A job brings income. But without a bank that understands the people it serves, wealth never grows. It leaks. That's why Burkina Faso has launched Burkina. It's the first ever state-owned bank, built not to profit from its citizens, but to empower them. For decades, access to financial services was the privilege of the few. International banks dominated the market, focusing on urban elites, foreign trade, and safe bets. Rural communities, small businesses, and the informal economy were left behind, unbanked, unprotected, and invisible. Burkindlam is rewriting that story. With a mission to serve ordinary Burkinabe, the bank is designed to extend financial access deep into the heart of the country. From urban neighborhoods to remote farming villages, Burkindlam is offering basic accounts, low-interest loans, microcredit for women, and mobile banking services, in local languages, with local staff. It's not just a bank, it's an instrument of economic inclusion. Young entrepreneurs can now access startup capital. Farmers can secure loans to expand their output or buy machinery. Families can save money without traveling for hours to the city. This isn't charity, it's strategic national empowerment. What's more, Burkindlam is integrated with other state reforms. Housing projects are supported by tailored mortgage products. Agricultural cooperatives are receiving group financing. And digital platforms backed by the upcoming national data centers allow secure transactions across the country. For the first time, the financial system isn't working against the poor. It's working for them. But empowering citizens with access is just the first step. You can't build a modern country on paperwork. In a world where power flows through fiber optic cables and cloud servers, digital control is national control. That's why Burkina Faso isn't just connecting its people, it's building the infrastructure to own its digital future. At the center of this revolution is PAC Digital, the $150 million digital transformation acceleration project aimed at launching the nation into a new era of governance, service delivery, and economic opportunity. 2 national data centers, now over 70% complete, will soon anchor this transformation. These aren't just storage facilities. They are sovereign information fortresses, designed to house government records, financial data, education systems, medical databases, and civil registries under Burkinabe control. With this digital backbone, public services are moving on.